This is how we're going to use the power of state to make more money to manifest the life that we want. Because if we don't have our state, then how do we expect to have the enthusiasm to manifest, to use our mind, to be tested and still overcome that? Because let me tell you something. When you are going to manifest, and when you're starting to use your mind as a superpower that it is, your subconscious mind is going to have what we call flare-ups. It's going to test you. It's going to test the new reality you claim to be real. And in those moments of everything looking awful, everything is going to look bad, everything is going to look like everything's going wrong. In that moment, how are you going to react? A big part of that is your state. Let's talk about why it matters first. Why? I want you to think of 2 different scenarios. Scenario 1, you're sitting on your couch, potato chips, tired, you're hungover, you're lethargic, and then I want you to imagine a state of just getting done with a workout, you're hyped up, maybe you have some caffeine in you, some coffee, and in both scenarios, I want you to imagine that I tell you, do you think, or let me ask you actually, do you think it's possible to make $1 million today? Both versions might have some subconscious junk that says, ooh, no. But which version would be willing to take it on? Which version of you has a higher likelihood of achieving, has a higher likelihood of believing it's even possible? Just very simple exercise. Obvious answer, right? We can imagine the state and the feeling, physically, mentally, spiritually, of you sitting on the couch, eating the chips, that's not possible. Because you're lethargic, because your state sucks. You can't win with a shitty state. And when you have the other state at a peak 10 level, you're willing to take it on. You might not believe it yet, which is part of the inner work, but you're going to be willing to take on the risk. You're going to be willing to take the action, because how you physically feel, how you mentally feel is the fuel to take the risk, have faith, jump into the abyss, go for it, which is what you need to manifest to win. If you're not willing to have faith and jump into the abyss, you'll never get what you want. And so we need to be in a state that allows us to take that action, to have that level of faith, to be that level of inspired, to look the dawn or the awfulness in the face of your current external reality and say, I refuse to believe that. I'm going to believe my own way. You need state for that. That's why it matters. It's the engine that drives you. So this is easy to understand, I hope. But now it really comes down to, okay, how do I change my state, right? Like maybe you have brain fog. Maybe every morning you wake up and you just feel like shit. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe, oh, I get afternoon crashes. What do? This is how you change it, okay? And it's a continuous process. But here's the thing. This is not going to be easy. But you don't have a choice. So make it really easy of a decision for yourself to take the action and change your state. Because if you don't change your state, you're never going to win. Flat out. If you don't feel great every single day to attack the day, you're never going to manifest. You're never going to make money. You're never going to work hard. None of that. You won't have the energy. It's currency. There's a big distinction in winners and losers. One of them is their energy. Because if you have great energy, you can have a great mindset, etc. It's infectious. So let's talk about the how. Let's talk about how we can improve our state. How to improve state. Okay. There's artificial ways like stimulants, drugs. Don't recommend that. Which is why people love energy drinks, right? Gets them in the state, they can take action. But how can we do this a little bit more holistically so that we can last a long period of time? And full disclosure, I drink caffeine. I love coffee. So I'm all for it. But there's other things that are important too, because you can't have a bad lifestyle and just fix it with 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, right? That's not sustainable. It's not going to work. For you to have true, amazing state alignment, it comes, and I'm not going to make this too medical, but it comes down to a couple different components, right? Your hormones matter a lot. Hormonal health is very important to your state. What affects hormonal health? Physical activity, the foods you consume, those matter a lot, right? Your supplement intake, the nutrients in your body, your sleep, those things are going to matter a lot. And I can speak firsthand because I've had thyroid issues, I've had chronic illness. I've been very, very lethargic, very low state for years of my life when I was undiagnosed. And I can tell you firsthand, because the thyroid affects my hormones directly. When I have high testosterone, when my hormones are optimized, I am a force. Okay, I am a damn force of nature. There's nothing I really can't do. And hormones has a big effect on that. Because as a man, you need that testosterone. You need that testosterone to go against the grain, to pave your own path. It's much harder to not conform, to pave your own path with low testosterone as a man. Okay? So the key components of hormonal health and what you can improve immediately today is foods, sleep, 9 to 10 p.m., breath work, supplements. Okay. That's bad. Eat better. Eat whole foods. Eat clean foods. Sleep more. But sleep better. Because if you go to bed between 9 and 10 p.m., it's proven that you're going to be in a deeper REM sleep. Okay? Breath work, very important. Every single morning, 10 deep breaths, in and out. In supplements. We don't get enough nutrients from our food right now. Okay? These things are all correlated to how much money you make. Literally all of it. You take the same version of you that eats junk food versus eats well and sleeps well, I guarantee you that version makes more money. If you make more money, you have a better life, right? Better lifestyle. So these are some of the ways we can improve state. Now, there's also things that we can do, exercises we can do on a daily basis to get us in peak state. Because there's going to be things that happen. Like I said, you're going to be tested, right? When you're manifesting, you're going to be tested. There's going to be things that pop up that look awful, and the deals may fall through, and whatever the case, because there's flare-ups of the subconscious mind testing your new belief system. So in those moments, state has never been more important. So let's talk about exercises to improve state. And make us more effective. Please forgive my handwriting. Too good of a state. It's just mess up that. Exercises to improve state. When I talked about in another video, I talked about affirmations. They're very important, but it's really about the feeling and the belief you have behind the affirmation, right? If you're just like, again, potato guy, or potato chip guy on the couch. If you're a potato chip guy on the couch, you're just like mumbling affirmations. Like, it's not going to do anything, right? It's about the feeling. It's about the energy. It's about the currency. It's about changing reality through your state and through your feeling. And so we need to supercharge our words with our state. But how do we do that? Let me tell you. One of the things we can do is incorporate music into our affirmations, into our words. This works very powerfully. Use music. And you don't need to be musically talented, okay? You don't need to be a singer. You don't need to be a musician to do this. But when we use our words, use music with, let me clarify. Use music with words. Very, very important. So when you're saying the affirmations of your identity, of your belief system, and you're reprogramming your subconscious mind, do it while you're dancing. Do it while you're singing. Do it while you're actively moving around. Do it after a workout. These things matter. The way in which you use your words matters a lot. Sing and dance. Get excited. You're already singing in the shower. You might as well sing your affirmations. And move your body. Get that energy up. The frequency in which you apply your words matters a lot. It matters a lot. And when you're tested, dig your ditches. When you're tested, dig your ditches. It's never been more important to have a higher state with the frequency of the world. One other thing I'm going to mention is just very easy things we can do to heighten our state immediately. Like if you're about to go to a meeting, you got to be in peak state. These are some things you can do. There's called a whoosh exercise, and there's another physical activity. I'm going to, we'll figure it out. Whoosh, and I'll just label it excitement. Okay. So the whoosh exercise. This exercise involves your mind, but it involves your mouth. So it's state as well. I want you, if we're talking about money, you're going to see your current, close eyes. In your mind's eye, you're going to see your current bank account balance, okay? It's going to be, and play with the brightness a little bit, play with the saturation a little bit. It's going to be very dim, right? It's going to be very dim, very small, kind of in your mind's eye. Looking a little like weak, right? Visually weak. And what I want you to do is, I want your mind to see the new bank account that you have flood and just like shatter the old one. When you do this motion in your mind's eye, say the words whoosh powerfully, like whoosh, and really feel it. Do that continuously, 10, 20, 30 times in a row. Old account, new account, bigger, brighter, more vibrant, whoosh. This is going to help your state. This is going to help you program your subconscious mind really, really quickly. Another one that I'm just going to label excitement is, we talk about singing and dancing, but like moving your body, hitting your hands together, hitting your chest together, getting a little trampoline. This is a big hack. Get a little trampoline, jumping on it, and just getting yourself in that state. Physically exerting high force movements is going to hype you up. You got to get amped. Okay, you got to get amped. Life is too short to not be amped. You got to be obsessed. You got to be amped. You got to really, really dig into this stuff. Because why not? And by the way, this gets easier and easier, right? Like, I may seem like a ton of energy to you, but then you fix all this stuff, you're like, that's a normal guy. He's got a good state. Because it comes down to how you perceive things based on your own state. So this is going to get a lot easier as you do it more. Fix your state. Do the exercises. Win. It's never been easier if you can control your state.